Coin.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. It's Dustin with CoinOp, and today we are going to take a look at the US currency, coin varieties, and error group on Facebook. So let's dive right on in. Okay, for this video, we are going to go over to the US currency, coin varieties, and errors group on Facebook. Now, this is a great group. Now, there is the CoinOp group on Facebook, and we have over 14,000 members. Now, this group is at 1,000 members, and there are a lot of excellent experts in this group. So this is a fantastic group to go to for information. And we're going to look through a few of the varieties and a few of the things that they have posted in this group, just show off a few things there. And then we're also going to go over to PCGS price guide and look at a few things on PCGS price guide as well. So here we are in the US currency, coin varieties, and error group. Now this is, like I said, a fantastic group. So right off the bat, the very first post that they have up here features two Franklin $half that feature clipped planchets. And this person was asking for confirmation that these are clipped planchets. And Bob down here actually pointed out something fantastic that I wanted to point out. But if you were to take a look at one of these, and we're going to take a look at the bottom example right here. Let's make these bigger. If you're taking a look at a clip planchet, now the clip is over here on the side. Now there's a little feature called the Blakesley effect. You see the clip right here? On the opposite side, there should be a weakness in metal, which is right here. That would be the Blakesley effect. Now, somebody else pointed out in comments that that's not always the case, even though that is a great marker when you are looking at a clipped planchet. Look for the Blakesley effect. It's not always there. There are sometimes you will get a clipped planchet and the Blakesley effect will not be there. But typically it is. So if you see a nice curved clip and you look on the complete opposite side and see a weakness of metal, that would be called the Blakesley effect. And Bob called that out. And then Bry actually called out that it's not always present and makes it a little tough sometimes. And that is true. Gary joined on in. That is true. It is a great indicator of a legit clip, but it's not a sure thing on some genuine clips. But I do suggest looking for the Blakesley effect. If you see a clip planchet, look on the opposite side, see if you can find that Blakesley effect. Now, if you're looking in this group, you'll see people post all kinds of stuff for questions. This person's asking if this that they see on their 2017 Lincoln Cent is an error or damage. This person is showing off a token. They want some information as to what it is. It's a freedom token. This is a foreign coin. It's the token again. Now here we go. This is a cool post. This is a really tough find. With over mint marks is when it's one mint mark that has been stamped over top of another mint mark. Now, that used to happen when one of the mints would be running low on one of the dies, so a mint would take one of their dies, another mint would take one of their dies and send it over. So they would have to polish off the mint mark and add their own, and sometimes they didn't fully polish it entirely away. And this is a great example. This is a very tough find. This is the 1944 D over S. And this is a really tough find, but if you look, you can see the D mint mark right here, and sticking right out on top of it is an S mint mark. This is a great find. I love seeing this find. The only unfortunate thing is this coin has a little bit of road rash. You can see it on the date. You can see it on Lincoln. Looks like it might have been in the road at one point in time, got beaten up a little bit, but that is a very tough find. If we were to come over here to PCGS price guide, I'll show you PCGS's example. So there's the D mint mark, and underneath of it, you can see a secondary S mint mark. That is the 1944 D over S OMM FS 511. Now, if you're looking at this one, values on this, they start out in a fine 12 for a nice PCGS graded example around $70. VF20, 85 bucks. AU50, $200. Uncirculated, these start out, let's back up here. These start out uncirculated for around $300, and a very nice high MS67 red example can trade all the way upwards of $45,000. That is an insane amount of money. So that just goes to show you, this is a variety you might want to go look for. Now, this is a tough one to find. This is a very tough variety. You don't find this that often. It is definitely a tough one to find. Let's go take a look here. And this one right here sold in auction. This PCGS graded example sold in auction for $45,000. And that sold in the Legend Rare Coin Regency auction, September 2019. So that's a fairly recent auction date, and that is a nice, beautiful red example. That's an MS67 example that sold. That is beautiful. Here you go. Here is a 1998 wide AM Lincoln cent that this person, Felipe, found coin searching. Now you can see that nice separation between the A and the M. Now for 1998, 1999, and 2000, there are wide AM varieties. There are a few die markers to look for. Of course, we are looking at one of the main ones. You want to take a look at the A and M. Another fantastic die marker would be look down the bottom of the building on the back. Look for the designer's initials. There are variations between the designer's initials. But the wide AMs for the 1998, 99, and 2000, these were only supposed to be used on the proofs. Now, on a close AM that they should be, the A&M is almost touching. There still will be a small gap, but this would be much, much closer. Let's look at the rest of his coin. Now, if you look, the FG is nice and tight to the building. You know what? Let's pull up the differences. Okay, here you go. I just simply Google searched wide AM, close AM differences, went to images, and you will find all kinds of die markers just in Google's images. This is a die marker we're going to use from USA Coin Book, so let me give them credit for it. But this is USA Coin Book. This is a great image right here. If you look, the wide AM has a clear wide gap. The close AM, it is almost touching. On a wide AM, the F and G is going to be close to the memorial building, and the G is going to have a peg sticking inside. On a close AM, the FG is going to be far away from the building, and the G is not going to have that peg. It's just going to be straight up. But on a wide AM, the FG will have a peg, and it'll be close to the building. So there's the differences for you. That's a nice find. That's a circulated example. It'll probably trade for $5 to $10, maybe a couple bucks more. That is still a heck of a find. Keep in mind, in your pocket change, this is only worth a penny until he figured out that this is this beautiful variety. Now he'll be able to fetch, let's say it sells for $5. That's still 500 times what that penny is worth. That is a great, great find. Now here you've got a nickel. This looks like it has some post-mint damage. Almost looked like a die gouge, but that looks like post-mint damage. Here you go. Here is a 1972 Lincoln cent that was struck off center, and it's also a broad strike. Now, a broad strike, that's when it's not fully set in its retaining collar, so when it gets stamped, it spreads out. But this was also stamped a little off center, so that's really cool. That's a nice find. It also has a lot of weakness and detail in it, too. But that is one heck of a find. I really like seeing that. But there you go. There's a few examples of the U.S. Currency Coin Varieties and Error Group. Now, they don't just have this group, the U.S. Currency Coin Varieties and Errors Group. They also have the U.S. Coins Buy, Sale, or Trade Group. Now, this is a group that they set up to make a safe place to buy and sell in. So the sellers that are selling things are vetted members. These are people that are trusted in the coin community, that they know do decent business and excellent business, so you're not going to have any issues dealing with them. Now, currently, this group has 896 members. But if you wanted to find a place to go and buy some coins, well, there you go. That's another good spot. Now, just so you know, both of these groups are run by Gary Wagner and Delania. Delania is a close friend of CoinOp, and so is Gary Wagner. And they're just excellent, excellent people. Both of them are phenomenal coin experts. I strongly recommend either one of these groups or both. Just go join them both. But definitely, if you are interested in learning more about error and variety coins and currency, then I would strongly suggest going on over and joining the U.S. Currency, Coin Varieties, and Error group on Facebook. Well, there you go. All right, everybody, just a heads up. The 37th Annual Greater Cincinnati Numismatic Exposition will be held Friday, July 17th and Saturday, July 18th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, they are running an early bird special Thursday, July 16th from 3 to 7 for $40. It's an excellent price. Now, that is at the Sharonville Convention Center, so if you'd like to meet CoinOp, you want to go out to a coin show, this would be an excellent opportunity. We will be there. Robert Lawson, Florida, myself, we will be out there. So make your reservations now. Start booking Friday, July 17th and Saturday, July 18th, the 37th Annual Greater Cincinnati Numismatic Exposition. Well, there you go. We definitely hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, click on that subscribe button. And while you are at it, click on the notification bell. That way you get notified immediately when we upload new content. Well, everyone, until next time, have fun.